What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Printformers Foot Drone, their version of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles foot soldier. We're also going to take a look at an updated head for the Turtle Prime, which we looked at a while back. We now have this head here. So we'll start off with the foot soldier and then we'll go into the Turtle Prime. All right, so if you watch my recent review on the Acolyte of Unicron, then you'll know this figure is similarly molded and sculpted. It's got some new different parts like these pieces here and the head, but for the most part, and the chest, but for the most part it is very similar. The engineering is the same as that Acolyte figure. But let's take a look at it. That's a really nice, by the way, everything on here is 3D printed. There's no paint. So the yellow you see there is 3D printed. The silver here, the white for the hands, everything is just 3D printed. Looks really good. Articulation is pretty good as well. The head is on a double ball peg, so the neck can move back and forth. The head can go down to there, up to there, side to side, and rotates all the way around. Get a lot of movement on that. Shoulders are on a butterfly joint, so you get a forward movement, backwards movement on that. Rotation all the way around on this mushroom peg. Rotation at the bicep, also on a mushroom peg. Double joint elbow gets you the full bend. And these are actually swappable. I'll show you that a little bit later when we get to accessories. Rotation at the wrist. You have a double ab crunch, so you have an upper one here that rotates and can crunch there. And you can rotate and you can get side to side. And then you have a lower one here that crunches. You get back to there, down to there, and a rotation. And a side to side. Pretty much all the movement you would expect. Coming down to here, you have the legs will go all the way up to there, just do the sculpt. Back to there. This part I've had a little bit of trouble with. Probably just needs to be glued on, but that just press fits right onto his thigh. You have outward movement onto there on a pin. All the tolerances are really well done, so this all depends on your printer. Now, these files are available for sale. I believe they're $12. So depending on your printer and your abilities, you can get kind of the same performance out of this. You have a rotation at the thigh at a cut joint. Double jointed knee gets to the full bend. You have ankle tilt forward and backwards, side to side, toe tilt, and a rotation at the foot. As far as accessories, again, this depends on what you print, but you can print these swords. He's printed them in two different colors, so kind of this shinier, sort of chromish looking plastic, and then this gray plastic. I think this one looks better, but you can get those in the gripping hands, which he has on him right now. Looks pretty good. You also get a slightly different sword. This one's kind of angled, so if you prefer that look, you can have that. You also get, assuming you print it, these weapons, these triple bladed weapon. And again, that can go in his hand. This one seems to fit in there. Now it has a little peg joint here. And that's so that you can store it right here. So basically, you can put this right here. And then he can slide this out and hold it. Pretty cool. You also get that same little grenade that we got with the Acolyte. And this one is a little bit tougher to hold, but speaking of that, if you pull these hands off, you get a bunch of alternate hands. So you get these hands, which are actually good for holding that grenade. I'll put those in. And we can put this right here. And now you can chuck that grenade. Pretty good. We also get a open expressive hand like that. Oh, that's the wrong side. There you go. You can use that. You also get kind of a relaxed grip hand. Looks like this. You get the pointing finger hand. And again, I put the wrong one in. So you can do that. and you get a slightly different gripping hand. You can also take these if you prefer. You can have a shinier, just printed in a shinier plastic, and he did that ahead of time. So he's got these here. Now these have a really long peg, so it should fit. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So you can have that kind of shinier look. I actually think that looks a little better, so I'd probably use those. But those are pretty good. You also get an alternate head sculpt. So if you prefer this one, I think this is more of like the comic look. And again, these eyes are 3D printed. You can basically take this off the ball peg here. It's just press fit friction. Put this one on. And of course, be careful. It is 3D printed plastic after all. But you can have that look if you prefer. Me personally, I prefer this look. But all right, so now let's take a look at the Turtle Prime. And this is the new head, printed with gray, translucent red, yellow here for the visor on the back, and then green here on the sides. If we pop this one off, and you kind of have to hold down on the neck, just to remind you, here's that older head. And this one had the ability to swap out the eye color, so you can make the bandana blue or purple or red or orange, depending on what character. And we're going to put this one on. And again, there's just press fit on this ball joint. And I think this looks really good. I really like the way that turned out. And there's that new head. Really cool looking, very nice design. Again, this is also available from Printformer's website, which I'll put in the link below. So final recommendations on the Printformer's Foot Drone and Turtle Prime head, which obviously is metal head. I forgot to mention that, but I really like this. This is a $12 print file, so you can't actually buy the figure. You have to buy the print files. So if you have a 3D printer, you can print these off. And like I mentioned, the quality of the print depends on your printer and your skills, but it's a really nice design. I love the articulation. It really works. It just feels solid. It feels like a real action figure. It doesn't feel like a 3D printed thing that's going to break on you. And it just works. And it's similar to the Acolyte design, but it's, you know, obviously different head, different chest. As far as the head for Metalhead, I like that. I kind of prefer that over the other Turtle Prime head. This is nice, but I just think it makes more sense with Metalhead. But I really do think this is a made design. Honestly, I think this guy should really work for a third party. He should just get hired for a third party company and make this kind of stuff. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Printformers for sending this for review, and we'll see you next time.